Yo, yo, yo. It is what we call Monday. We getting ready for Monday Night Raw, as well as everything else is going to be happening this week in the world of professional wrestling. We've been keeping track, just like we know y'all have, on the story. I'm on the hashtag we want Cody side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't. That's their problem. But as always, this is your boy Cool McCain. It's Monarchs of Wrestling. I'm joined as always by my guy, the Playmaker. What up, Playmaker?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain.
You better not complain.
What up, Wise? In the building. Good evening, man. Good evening. Hey, this hurts to say, no, it's a wrestling show, but this is my first live stream since yesterday. So congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Jeez.
And I don't understand why there are so many people that are so excited about the Chiefs that are not Kansas City fans. But that's just me. I'm only happy if one team wins and it's not Kansas City.
You lucky we talk wrestling on here because you know the reason why I picked the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, don't sit there and act like you didn't know why.
It's not that you picked them; it's that you're celebrating them.
Darn right.
There's nothing to celebrate with either one of these teams that won, unless one of them was your team and they won.
Hey, I don't.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion. Guess what? I don't have to be miserable. Okay.
I'm not miserable either.
You don't have to deal with that fan base like I do.
Oh, I have to deal with it, sir. I have a show with a member of that fan base.
No, you do. But guess what? I ain't in that division.
Hey, man. Being in a division, I can tell you this. I'm in a division with two teams that don't really matter right now. Hopefully they get better. And it is what it is. But on to TNA. Because we're going to not get off the rails today. That's what we're not going to do. We're gonna stay the course and we're going to be focused so that we can get to everything we need to get to today.
He might be right today because I don't think he has no bones to pick after watching SmackDown. So
I always have bones to pick, sir. So I just choose not to pick them. I always have bones to pick. So TNA Impact started off with a in memory tribute to Toby Keith. Shout out to him. He did pass away. So, you know, anybody who listens to multiple genres of music knows who Toby Keith is. If not, I get it. All right. So TNA is billing everything as them being on the road to No Surrender, which is going to be their next pay-per-view because they don't have premium live events. They still have pay-per-views. So to open the show, we had Chris Sabin, the X Division champion, against John Skyler with Jason Hotch. The note from this match of importance is that the match was sponsored by Sabin's X Division title challenger at No Surrender, which is Mustafa Ali. He has a new gimmick where he's kind of like a politician sort of gimmick type thing. So we'll see where it goes and how they're able to pull it off correctly. But so far, intrigued.
We're doing this again?
What do you mean, man?
Okay. I'll let it ride. It's a different comment, so I'll let it ride, but we're going to try this again. The man tried to be a rebel. It didn't work.
Well, this is a whole different company, sir. So
I said it's a different company.
Yeah, you can't hold a man. So here's the
thing. I literally said it's a different company, so we're gonna let it ride.
I have to. But you also said not again. Just again.
I did
so
say again.
I have to address that particular comment. When you are in WWE and you're not one of the top guys, you're not in control of what you do. They give you something and tell you to run with it. 9 times out of 10, it's garbage. Some people are able to make things work. Like, for instance, the New Day. That really is not that great of a concept. They just really made it work. They really sold it. They really made it work. They were able to go heel for a while when they needed to, come back to the face out, right? They were able to make it work. That wasn't given them really for them to succeed. So when you're giving gimmicks by a company that controls most of it. I don't hold you when the gimmicks don't get over. Now you're in Impact. This is where you have more say. So now I'm looking like we're gonna see what happens. Because if you don't make this work, this is more on you now. This ain't just system just spitting out stuff and telling you to do it. I just had to throw that in there. I had to throw it in there because I can't help myself.
I bet you can.
No sir. All right, so our next match we have Tasha Steelz against Zaya Brookside. For those of you who are fans of TNA and Impact and all the other names that they've been throughout the years, Zaya Brookside was the woman that defeated Tasha Steelz in her TNA singles debut match. So they, Steelz kind of went at her. Was like, "Yo, beat my first match. I want my lick back. I want my win back," and she got it. She used a handful of tights. Tasha Steelz is a little bit of a heel, so no surprise that she did that. All right, then we have best of 3 tournament, so to speak. The TNA World Tag Team Champions.
Best of
match
3.
Yes, match
So
one.
was it every match the best of 3? Every match, or it just
they're doing a best of 3 for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. So in match 1 of that best of 3 series, the Grizzled Young Veterans jumped ABC. It was Chris Bay and Ace Austin. So
there you go, Wise. Here you go.
Let me see what Wise talking about over here.
Here we go.
Yeah. As he says, didn't want to hear from 49ers fans. I definitely feel that. He said Scott D'Amore is gone. We're going to talk about that.
I thought this was in the past for last week. I guess not. It made it to this week too. Good gracious.
Wise said Scott was the man who held it together. And I was saving it because I wanted to put all the cakes together. But we'll go ahead and say Tasha does have cakes. And not just cakes, they are frosted double layer cakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to deal with this all last week. All last week.
And it ain't gonna stop. Because as the cakes come, as long as the cakes come, then we have to journalistic integrity, we have to give the people that information.
You have to acknowledge the cakes.
Yes, sir. Cakes must be acknowledged. All right. Then we had Speedball Mike Bailey versus Zachary Wentz with Trey Miguel. Zachary Wentz won the match. After the match, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz are called the Rascals. They came in. They were beating on him. Trent Seven came in to make the save. He got blindsided by Steve Macklin. But then Nick Namath, a.k.a. Dolph Ziggler, made the save.
Hey, Nick. Good old Nick. Nicky!
Mikey! So then we get a little thing where Rhino kind of says, "Hey, I'm going after Crazy Steve because Crazy Steve blindsided me last week and he's angry and all that good stuff." All right, so we get that.
You old. You don't got to know more.
Yep, pretty much. All right, so because TNA does tape several shows, this next match is going to seem a little wild to you, but it did happen. All right, so we have the Knockout World Champion Jordan Grace and Trinity versus Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans.
I think they record 3 shows in 1 week?
I think they record more than that. Yeah, they do like a bunch recording at one time, and this was the last ones that Trinity was a part of. So make a long story short here, I think you could tell that Jordan Grace and Trinity won. Yep. Then your boy AJ Francis and Joe Hendry had a little bit of a altercation, and then Cody Denner got caught in the middle of it. He wasn't happy about that. All right.
I mean, you was there, so.
Yep. And then Big Con, who was Connor from WWE, he beat Richard Adonis and Ari Gold in a 2-on-1 handicap match. So Good for him. All right, now we had Josh Alexander versus Alan Angels. Josh Alexander was a former champ. He didn't actually lose the belt. He got injured and had to give it up. But he won this match against Alan Angels. And then Simon Gotch blindsided him after the match.
Sister.
So that's Simon Gotch from the Vaudevillains back in WWE. And then next week, they'll play the vignette that we'll hear from Ash by Elegance. So I will say that Ash has some mini cakes too, actually. She does have some mini cakes.
Damn cakes.
Yeah, does have some cakes.
You can't eat it all right?
We're not going to go into that on this particular show. But, some people believe cakes. Some people believe all cakes are edible. I don't judge what people believe.
I was talking about cakes. Right.
I was too, sir. Eddie Edwards goes against Alex Shelley in the main event. So Alex Shelley defeated Eddie Edwards.
I was just going to say, I know Alex Shelley won that match, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He avoided the Boston Knee Party and won with a roll-up. And after the match, Brian Myers also joined Eddie Edwards to beat up on Alex Shelley after the match. Kushida and Kevin Knight both came to Shelley's aid. So we went 3-on-2. So of course the bad guys like, yeah, we outnumbered, we out of here. So that was that. Now to what Wise was saying earlier.
Before you go there, my sister has a question that needs to be answered.
Well, I did see that question, sir, and I was actually going to go there right after I got you. All right, so hello, Yolanda. Thank you for tuning in again. TNA comes on, I think it's Wednesday. Let me check it. No, it's not Wednesday. My bad. Let me pull up the time for you real quick.
Last time I checked, I thought it was Thursday.
While I'm pulling up the time for that, Scott D'Amore was let go because of some disagreements with some things that the company wanted to do. D'Amore has been very influential, as Wise said, in keeping everything afloat and being the guy. So having him gone is not the best move. Think about if Triple H was running everything because there wasn't a board of people who wanted to also influence things, and then he was disagreeing with some decisions that wanted to be made, and then the higher ups who are not involved in the day-to-day decided to fire him. That's basically what Scott D'Amore has meant to TNA. So I'm very concerned about the direction things are going to go. I hope that there's a plan in place to bring in someone else with that great mind and have him do that, and have them do that and kind of keep things moving in the right direction. Maybe even there's a pivot and they decide to get D'Amore back in there. I doubt that, but hey, I can hope. But I want to give Scott D'Amore his flowers if he is done with TNA, at least for now. I appreciate you for bringing TNA back from the brink, because there was a point in time where TNA was almost done. Impact, TNA, whatever you want to call it, was almost done. And D'Amore was a big part of, bringing it back, getting rid of some of the people that didn't need to be there, getting people in the right roles, agents, people helping, and just redeveloping the culture of TNA. So you got to shout him out for that. So TNA comes on Thursday on Access TV at 8 p.m.
Never heard of that darn channel a day in my life.
I don't even know where you would find the channel.
Good gracious. TNA, I need you to do better.
Yes, sir.
Is it on YouTube? Is it you on YouTube too?
You can find it afterwards on YouTube. She also says hello. Wise says didn't get whose cakes can get eating. Whoever you know how it go. Why some people just they like to eat all the cake that they see. So just no specific cake. Just saying. Some people are big eaters of
Go
cake.
go listen to Trey songs.
So why I said they wanted to cut back. They did want to cut back. Um, and I know at one also wise, I know there was a couple of people that they wanted to bring in and do some things with that he wasn't really with as well. So it is what it is. Um, Underrated grandson says, "What y'all think about the Brock situation that's going on?" We'll talk about that. Just hang out with us for a little bit. We're gonna talk about that when we start getting nearer to the end of the show. Once we do a little, WWE talk for the W, but we definitely gonna talk about it.
And we will, I
Um,
can tell you that much.
yeah, and he is the reason Moose is still in TNA, correct? Because Moose stayed. He did an interview and said he stayed because of his relationship with Scott D'Amore. So we'll see how that goes as well. Because Moose could have went AEW or WWE. I still think it's the best place for him because he could run the roost there.
If they would stop signing every goddamn,
AEW to sign him, yeah.
if they stop signing every darn seemingly top star they can find,
Well,
they ain't
that's a
gonna have no
different
more
story.
money to spend.
That's a different story for a different day, sir.
I'm just saying.
So this is what we're gonna do, guys. So I promise you some AEW talk. I lied to you because we need some time to go through WWE. Like we really need some time. So what we're gonna do is this. Um, at the end, if we have some time left, I'll shoot you a little AEW here and there, right? Big thing AEW, Swerve, um,
It's the big thing is
Hangman,
Swerve
and
Hangman, Samoa
yeah,
Joe,
yeah,
Okada is
three way.
supposed to be officially signing at some point this week or somewhere around. When is Revolution?
I'd have to look it up.
Somewhere around Revolution time.
Somewhere around there, or maybe even at the show. Sometimes they do it around the show, like they'll do it at the show, like they'll So
Mercedes Moné should be officially part of them now. Yeah.
Well,
only
once we
major
see
thing that's going on right now is
all
the
elite.
main event. Is the main event and all the signings they doing. That's it.
Well, that's not necessarily true, but
that's the main points.
It's not necessarily true, but for time constraint purposes, we'll talk about more if time permits. But guys, just
okay. Chris says March 3rd. March 3rd is Revolution.
Scott would help AEW tremendously. Wise, I agree with that. Chris says it is March 3rd. He also says he's a big fan of Bailey. Speaking of cakes, just saying.
I'm not going to go there. I'm going to be on my best behavior. I'm going to be on my best behavior.
So, the Playmaker, I know that you are excited about what's happening in WWE. I know that you have a particular flow in your mind. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to give us the Raw and the Smackdown Rebound. Actually, and of course, we're going to hit a little NXT too.
No, that's what I'm going to start at. NXT.
If you want to start at NXT, sir?
NXT, because what we said was going to happen months ago finally happened. Took a journey to get there, but we finally got there, okay? In honor of my co-host, Cool McCain, him went heel and turned on Trick Williams. I'm seeing it back to my man Cool because he's been waiting on this for quite some time.
So, Trick had the match, had the situation happen after the match, comes out, he helps Trick, right? And Trick turns back, and let's say Trick got that work with that chair. But this was storytelling at his best. He also acknowledged that he was the one that took Trick out. But back when we never found out when Ilya Dragunov said it was you, and he was like, it wasn't me, it was him. Great storytelling. I love it. And this allows him to have this one last moment in NXT, and then we can fully get him, pun intended, on SmackDown. And with him now having the edge and having this and what they're trying to do with a certain group of people, I believe the edge might be that needed component so that we can get him slidden in with them. If you know what I'm talking about.
All right, so phenomenal match between Dragunov and Trick Williams. Phenomenal.
Always. Dragunov does not have a bad match. I just want to say that he doesn't have a bad match.
He doesn't. And I love the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd knew what was going to happen before it actually happened. First of all, him came out in all black. That's never a good sign.
That's a dead giveaway.
Insert AJ Styles. Soon as it wasn't even. It's not even when Trick turned his back on him. It was when him turned around and looked dead at Trick's back. You can just hear the crowd. No. They knew it was coming. Oh, and then he worked Trick with that chair. He took Trick real some and used it as an example with that chair. But let me ask you this question, because I, how should I say this? Perusing social media since Wise is in the chat. There's been mixed reaction about him's promo afterwards. What did you think?
So here's the thing, man. You don't want to fully on make him like a dirty dog heel, but you want to make him a guy that's like, oh, you can't really trust him. He'll do whatever it takes for whatever he wants. That's where they were I feel like they were leaning towards. So I know a lot of people from what I read were like, oh, he should have been more like, aggressive, or he should have been more this or more that. You have to realize there's one thing about long-term storytelling. When you have a guy, and I believe, I don't have any sources in WWE, but I believe him is going to be with them really soon, right? So this is a way to close him out on NXT. We all know that you could be the biggest, dirtiest heel on NXT and then come to the main roster and be a completely different guy. Or you can continue, or you can be somewhere in the middle. I believe he's going to be somewhere in the middle. So you want to show a little bit more aggression. I do think him needs to be with a group, because I think him does need a little bit of work on the microphone. Not great yet, but that's okay. Get him around Bobby and the Street Profits, be fab, that we can get the talk game a little bit better. As far as the actual promo, I don't really have a problem with it, because I understand what I believe to be long-term storytelling with Melo. He's not going to the main roster and compete for a championship right away. They're going to tell a story with him, and I like where they're going with it.
All right. Had to get that in, because when I saw that happen, I was like, yeah, Cool's going to love this.
Mm-hmm. Now, Wise did have one other comment today. He said they can sign all the people they want, but with no leadership, they will suck.
I like that.
I cannot disagree with that.
I don't disagree with it.
We all knew Melo would betray him, and he's main roster. Oh yeah, he's already on the main roster. It's just a matter of finishing up in NXT and being full time on the main roster.
Right.
So
the other part of NXT was it Vengeance Day? I want to call it. Yeah,
I believe it was. Yes, something like that.
Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, your Dusty Cup 2024 champions, sir. What do you say?
I mean, I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm completely fine. I thought that was the best team. You got to do something with Baron Corbin. This man went from the main roster to NXT. Ain't really done much in NXT, so giving him something to do. I'm glad that he has some reason to be out there.
Okay. strange team, but they. I mean, when you got two big guys like that on the same team, it's kind of hard to beat them. I love their interest, though.
Very true.
Motorcycles, like it, even though they didn't technically work together on that interest.
Yeah,
but it was great. Cowboy hats, motorcycles, love it. Question is, which brand? Different. But now the question is, which brand does Braun Breaker go to? That's the question. He's met with Raw. He's met with SmackDown. He's weighing the options. He even talked to Triple H.
Is there really a question where they're going to put Brian Breaker?
I mean, if anything, no.
We know where Brian Breaker's going.
Well, I want to say
we know where Brian Breaker's going to end up. Let me say that.
I'm leaning
by January. By January of 2025, he will be on Raw. How about we say that?
I'm gonna say I'm leaning Raw. I'm just leaning Monday Night Raw. All right, that's the some of the takeaways that I had from NXT. Because as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to talk about it because him is one of the guys that you got to pay attention to. And Dragunov's doing well as an NXT champion, and then as our brother Wise put in the chat, the Wolf Dolls, they won the Dusty Cup. Now.
They did.
To the main roster. If you joined us last time, you know that we talked about what happened Thursday, Super Bowl week. And we was wondering what the follow would be the following night on SmackDown.
Yep. Before you hit that, though, I want to say one thing real quick. Damien, I do see your comments, and we're going to talk about them when we get to that segment. So just sit tight. We are going to discuss your comments, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Now, to paint the overall picture, I think WWE took a break on Friday night. Okay. I think they took a break. Something was happening. I think they decided, we're gonna give you some stuff, but we're gonna give you some lights, a light SmackDown. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give you time to digest everything that is happening. All right, one of the main points, and I got to start here, and then we probably end up getting into what Danny put in the chat. Triple H responded about what happened at the press conference. He opened up SmackDown, and he used some choice words, some choice catchphrases while he was giving his promo.
He did.
And he let it be known he is the one that's in charge of WWE.
Kayfabe in charge.
Of course. He let it be known. And for the first time since we went back to general managers, we got to see Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis work together.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting.
A united front.
That was very interesting. I don't know how you felt about that, but that was very interesting for me to watch.
I wasn't surprised after what happened the night before. If you just paid attention at the press conference, they were both kind of telling themselves to come on and leave, and they were kind of arguing with The Rock and Roman Reigns. The Rock and Roman Reigns are being paid as jerks in this situation. Hopefully we're going to get more of like a Hollywood Rock from what I've read. So this follows right into what I expected to happen. All the authority against Hollywood Rock and Roman Reigns and the bloodline. So this follows exactly what I expected to happen next.
In doing so, they announced that we got to do something for Seth Rollins because as of right now, Seth Rollins not going to WrestleMania at this moment in time.
Well, that's not true. He was going.
No,
he just had to determine his opponent.
That's what I'm doing here.
Okay, I'm just making sure that the words don't get confused by anyone or misconstrued.
They're gonna do that anyway. They do that to the professionals, all right? If they do it to themselves, they're gonna do it to me. I already know this. So they said we're gonna find out who our six contenders is gonna be in the men's elimination chamber match. First up, you had Drew McIntyre beating AJ Styles. Thanks to you got a clip for me, sir?
You want a clip, man? You want a clip?
I want a clip.
All right. If you want a clip, then I guess I should give you a clip. We frozen for a second here, y'all, on the clips. Okay, we got it. There we go.
Thanks to the megastar himself, LA Knight. Begrudgingly, by the way, because I don't think he wanted Drew McIntyre to win anyway. But nevertheless, when you seen Drew McIntyre face on the screen, you knew he was going to be in the chamber no matter who he went against. Then we had another match, the match to end SmackDown. A surprise match to see at the very least, I must say. Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton. I was surprised that they put them two together in a match to qualify for the chamber. I don't know about you. I was surprised to see that.
Well, sir, if we want to talk about surprises, let's talk about the fact that Dominic Mysterio is even in the tournament. That's a surprise.
Yes, Dirty Dom is in the tournament.
I can't even get over that to talk about nothing else.
I think Mommy might have pulled some strings.
Well, that's what happens when Mommy's always on top.
I think Mommy pulled some strings. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, Randy Orton defeats Sami Zayn in a very good match. We get to see Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, the first two to qualify for the men's elimination chamber. We got 4 more slots to remain that will continue tonight on Monday Night Raw, and then SmackDown.
There'll be 3 of the matches tonight.
3 of them tonight. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So, 3-hour show.
3-hour show. Yep, we had 3 matches. So we still got Bobby Lashley, Ivar, LA Knight. Who else I'm missing? The Miz, Logan Paul.
The dirty one.
Logan Paul and the Miz is scheduled for Friday. Okay. Thanks to Logan Paul opening his mouth trying to say like he's supposed to be treated like The Rock. How dare you ever say such blasphemous stuff out your mouth, Logan Paul?
Well, you know, him and The Rock got beef because The Rock shunned him and then he tried to come back and holler at him once he started getting right. So him and The Rock got beef on a personal level.
They can have beef. You gonna be the next person to walk slap across the face. You keep trying him.
Well, I think he's not gonna just stand there and take it like Cody.
He probably not. He gonna get his candy behind whooped. Know your role and set your mouth, Logan Paul.
Speaking of that, sir, Wise has 2 comments I want to highlight. He says AEW straight trash right now. Hey, if that's how you feel about it, I ain't gonna sit there and defend. But the one I really wanted to talk about here is this one right here. Dudes are getting the piss slapped out of them. Here's what I'm gonna say, man. I don't care if Corey finished the story, he not finishing the story, whatever. And this was what I was alluding to before, and maybe I didn't put it down correctly for it to be understood. I don't care about the story. I'm a man, you a man. You're not gonna have me looking weak at the end of every event, whether I'm a win or lose. You're not gonna be slapping me getting beat up at the end of Monday Night Raw. We're not gonna be doing that. You see what I'm saying? Because it ain't about the winning and losing sometimes. It's about, credibility. You know what I'm saying? And getting the piss slapped out of you definitely weakens your credibility to anybody. Sorry. So,
Getting the slap in WWE ain't nothing new.
Hey. It's not about getting slapped. It's about the fact that.
Okay, let me ask this question. If it happened in the ring, would you feel like this?
Yes.
Because I think people feel like that they want in the ring.
Anytime you slap me, I don't care if we in church. You slap me, I'm slapping your hind parts back. Because what you slapping me for? And that's how people look at it like, Cody, you really let that man slap you like that? He's just going to take that? Come on, man. We can't do that. We can't do that. We cannot allow this to happen. Cody, I need more from you, my brother. We can't be out here. You can't be out here, people cheering for you, you getting slapped and taking it. There needs to be a come up and some retribution the next time that you see Dwayne.
That could be Friday.
Whenever the next time you see Dwayne Johnson.
Because
all I'm saying is he need to get slapped.
Thanks to Pa Heyman, he let Triple H know that when he returns for his meeting with Triple H next week, he's bringing 2 people with him. One being the tribal chief Roman Reigns and The Rock.
Oh, that's a shock. Sarcastic.
So Friday should be. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Taylor Swift for acknowledging her tribal chief at the Super Bowl.
But anyway, so let's hop on here. let's answer Damien's questions here now. So, Damien question. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first. Damien, I'm gonna read both parts. Damien says, question, why is it that when Rock steps over Cody Shine and have his Mania match that everyone been asking since 2015 is problem, but when Cody did it, when he came back and had no build up for his so-called story, it's not a problem. That should have been someone else's spot that Cody took from Mania 39, someone who'd been fighting their butts off getting that title shot. I'm gonna let you take that first, sir.
I mean, once I said, I don't think Cool gonna need a response. First of all, the only reason why Cody got that spot is because The Rock couldn't do it. He was still shooting movies. All right. So we shoot the movies. Rock can't make it. It was everybody thought it was the perfect way. It was in Hollywood. That's where The Rock's gonna be at most of the time. But The Rock was busy. All right. So Cody Rhodes got the spot. He won the Royal Rumble, got the spot. Got beat thanks to Soul Secor and all this other stuff. Here's a couple of problems, Damien. Number one, after Cody lost, WWE and Triple H decided we're gonna get you back there, but it's gonna be a what's the terms I'm looking for? It's gonna be a rocky ride getting back there.
Maybe a cluster cluck, something of that nature.
So we're gonna have Brock Lesnar beat the crap out of you a lot of times, but you'll beat him when it's all said and done. We're gonna have Shinsuke, be a menace to you, and you'll get through that. Who else Cody had to go through for a minute? We're gonna team up with Jay. Since you bringing Jay over to Raw, we're gonna have y'all team up winning tag titles, but losing to the same team that you beat. So I mean,
that's right, Oos.
So we're gonna do that. Matter of fact, we're gonna do it twice. We're gonna have you become 2-time champions for the tag team belts, and then losing to Judgment Day. All the while all this is going on, remember, there's a run-in with Roman Reigns on SmackDown when him and Jay are the tag champions. And that moment, at the time, Cool was on board with both matches. Now he's not, and for good reasons. But at that moment, you saw two WrestleMania matches in front of your eyes. The way Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns was looking at each other, and the way Jimmy and Jay was looking at each other. At that moment in time, you had 2 Mania matches right in front of you. I say at that moment in time.
So as I've said all along, you only had 3 main event players, so you can't have 2 main event matches with only 3 main event players.
I say you had 2 Mania matches. I didn't say main event. I said Mania matches.
You only had 3 main event players. You can't have 2 Mania matches with 3 main event players. I'm just saying, WrestleMania is for your top people. Only 3 of those people are your top people. Not 4. Only 3.
So we go through all this. The story is still being told at this point. It's still being told. All right. We get to the Royal Rumble. Me and Cool, we had the same pick. Is either Cody Rhodes or CM Punk. Who is the final 2? Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. So we knew one of them was going to win. And we knew if CM Punk won, we knew he was choosing. We knew who Cody Rhodes was going to choose if he won. Cody Rhodes wins. And we said this after the Rumble, instead of doing the normal point to the sign, celebrate, let the show go off air, Cody Rhodes pointed directly at Roman Reigns in his suite. He didn't even look at Seth Rollins. That's the part I think we didn't bring up. He didn't even look in Seth Rollins' direction.
You did bring it up, sir.
He looked straight at Roman. That's why everybody was on point. Everybody was on board. Everybody was in the same direction. This is after The Rock even said what he said on Raw about so he said they had the table.
All right, so
when you did that, and then you had Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble and point directly at Roman Reigns, it's like, well, it looks like Cody wins because he has the right to choose whoever he wants to face. So The Rock can't slide in and be in a main event. That's not how things are supposed to work.
So, a couple of answers to your question. So, if we've been asking for a match since 2015, and they're just trying to give it to us 9 years later, do you think as many people as you believe still care about it? No, because you didn't strike when the opportunity should have been there. Roman Reigns could have faced The Rock year one of being a tribal chief. That would have been the best time to help build up the character. Right.
I wouldn't even go that far. I can go when he did the promo. Because everybody was like, we good. Let's go.
The best opportunity was year one of Roman Reigns being a tribal chief. That was the best opportunity for this match between Roman Reigns and The Rock. Had they did it last year, it would have been a good match, right? Because of who's involved. But The Rock, the last time The Rock was in the ring, he was tearing up body parts and got to get surgery afterwards and all that. So I think everybody forget about that.
All right, Cole Johnson.
I was saying that too. I said that like when we first started talking about this. Cole agrees with that, but I was saying in the beginning. Remember when I asked you, when was the last time that Rock?
You said it, but Cole is like pounding that nail home.
Well, people need to remember that because you're sitting here acting like The Rock is in top physical condition and ready to step in a wrestling ring and have a full match.
And here's the thing. See,
and he's not.
If people would have listened to the full time he was on Pat McAfee, he would have told you. You would have heard him say
that. Yeah. He's here to stir up stuff called Cody Crybabies and all that. Try to get something else trending because that's what The Rock does. You know, he doesn't write stuff on his arm anymore because John Cena already called him out for that. So he's got to remember it now. Now,
I really didn't care about that, to be honest.
I really didn't care either, but I'm just saying. So Cody didn't come in and step over anybody also. So Damien, I don't know what history you were in, my brother. I don't know if you be sipping on a scissor, maybe taking a couple of puffs, little drags of the medical marijuana, what's going on, but your history isn't correct. So Cody came in last year. Cody said, this is what I want to do, right? Cody went through the matches. Cody did his thing. Cody got hurt. So Cody was hurt. So you had the option to say, okay, Cody, if The Rock's going to do WrestleMania, you could just stay out hurt and chill for another month or two, right? You stay out chill. You ain't got to come back yet. The Rock couldn't do it because he had other things to do in Hollywood, which is probably better for him anyway. Because again, this man can't wrestle a full match. Like he shouldn't.
He's not saying that to insult The Rock. He's saying that his age and being up the game for this long.
His last match was what, 11 years ago? Something like that?
Yeah, WrestleMania 29.
Yeah, we're going to WrestleMania 40, so we talk almost 11 years. Yeah, and he got hurt in that match. So you have to understand, this is not The Rock that you want to look at from videos from 15 years ago when you go on YouTube and you watch all the Rock stuff. You're like, oh, The Rock's so great. This isn't the same guy anymore. And Father Time is undefeated. No one defeats Father Time. LeBron James has put up the best fight in history of sports, but nobody defeats Father Time. He gonna go down too. So Cody came in, and what did he do last year? He earned the opportunity by doing what? Winning the Royal Rumble. He didn't walk in and say, I'm going to be the champ. I'm going to face Roman Reigns. He won the Royal Rumble. And that's how he got the opportunity against Roman Reigns. Fast forward to this year. Did The Rock win the Royal Rumble? No. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble again. So how can you say he came in and stepped over anybody when he did? You can actually say he stepped over everybody because he came in and did what you're supposed to do, and he won the Royal Rumble.
He seized the opportunity.
So if anybody has a problem with someone winning the Royal Rumble and then getting an opportunity for a title match, I don't even understand what to tell you. That's what you're supposed to do. Then you enter The Rock. He's just going to come in out of nowhere and try taking the match. You can't do that. That's not how we do things. There has been no Royal Rumble winner ever that has gotten his match taken from him. And The Rock knew better than that from the beginning. And I am starting to lean slightly towards Playmaker saying that maybe this was all done for publicity because it's getting a lot of publicity. It's not all good, but it's still getting publicity. And all publicity is good publicity. That's what people always say. All publicity is good publicity. So It's still publicity. So who has worked more fighting their butt off to get another shot than Cody Rhodes? So you're saying a lot of stuff from the perspective of like a hater of Cody Rhodes, but you're not looking at it from the perspective of what's actually happened. There's a long-term story being told that goes all the way back to his father and his brother, right? And the vindication of the Rhodes family by him finally winning the championship that his dad won that was taken from him right after he won and say, oh no, your win doesn't count. So you're not looking at any of that. You're looking at, oh, Cody came in and he got a title shot his first year. Cody was a star when he got here.
Actually, when Cody came back, he was feeling with Seth Rollins.
Right, but what I'm saying is that's not the specific point here. The point is he came in and he earned it. He did get injured, so there was a time period that he couldn't perform. Had he been able to perform some of the stuff we saw this year, he probably would have did last year. But he won the Rumble, which gave him the opportunity, and then he went after it. He won the Rumble again, which gives him the opportunity. He's basically picked that night. So after that, you can't come and make changes and expect everybody to be okay with that. So if you want to compare that to The Rock waltzing his way in, getting a seat on the board, and then say, I'm going to take his match, then you do what you do, my brother.
Yeah.
And whatever you've been sipping on or inhaling, continue to enjoy that, while the rest of us, we pay attention to what's happening out here. And that's all I got to say about that. In the words of Forrest Gump.
It's just, I can't wait to Smackdown. At least two of the participants are going to be there, if not three. It's going to be a fun one. Now, I had my fun in the chat, but to be honest, like I on the board of Courtney to finish this story. The problem is when they're gonna let him finish the story. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem because we don't know how it's gonna go. I think he's gonna finish it. I think it's gonna be some kind of tension between The Rock and Roman that's gonna cause him to finish it, and then that's going to lead to a match between The Rock and Roman down the road. Because this gives The Rock something to do to be involved and still have his star power at the main event of WrestleMania without being in the match.
That's the thing, Damien. People are so invested; they don't know what's kayfabe and what's not. What does his daughter have to do with anything? She's too busy managing superstars in NXT.
Right. So let me hop in the. We're gonna go through some comments real quick here. So Chris says Bailey can't trust Dakota Kai. Definitely. And
that's why I'm gonna go next.
And I felt it. That's why I went ahead and put it up there. So we're gonna go there, but first, just a couple more comments. AP says, when will the Fast and Furious comes out and when Roman taking a break? Hey, he only had to lose to take a break, bro. You know, he can win the match and just be gone for 4 months. They let him do whatever he wants. And now that his cousin on the board, he might only fight at WrestleMania and still be champ. So Y says LA Knight, back when we were talking about LA Knight. AP says, oh my God, LA Knight, the fake Ric Flair. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Wow, the fake. Really?
And then Y says, except for when the man is in the building. Talking about Seth Rollins. All right, and then AP says, if Kevin Owens don't beat Logan Paul, just leave and go to AEW.
He's not beating Logan Paul.
He's not beating Logan Paul. It's too early on in the reign. They're not going to take the belt off of Logan Paul this early. Oh no, AP says the Rock and Cody moment was a Will Smith versus Chris Rock. Hey, it might be AP. Real talk, bro. It might be. Damien says the smack wasn't even that hard.
Because the Rock only slapped him because he talked about the high cheek Peter Maivia. Not that I think about it.
That slap wasn't even that hard for Cody to fall back like he did. That was a shoot. Still, any man slap me, you don't get slapped back.
No. This in the Pat McAfee. Nah, that was and they showed and they did it and they got a screenshot. That was a solid landing hit by The Rock.
AP says the storyline is crazy. Cody is your Royal Rumble winner back to back, and he's getting treated like a stepchild. I agree. Damien says that should have been Sami Zayn's moment after getting cheated out of the Elimination Chamber in his hometown in front of his family.
They weren't going that route.
Damien, let's talk about how foolish what you just said was. Sami Zayn was in the middle of the feud with Jimmy and Jay with KO for the tag team titles in main event at night one of the Royal of WrestleMania 1. That moment would have never happened if what you wanted to happen happened. And there was no way anybody was going to believe Sami Zayn was going to beat Roman Reigns. Stop it.
There's no world. There's no world or universe that tells you Sami Zayn is going to beat Roman Reigns.
Stop it. Stop it, Damian. Stop it. He says people still care about Sting versus Undertaker, and we still never got it. This was something we were finally getting, but this Cody crap blew it. So, sir, I don't know who the people you are that still care about Sting and Undertaker. Those men are way too old to fight. Nobody cares about seeing that match anymore.
When
10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe, but not now.
When Seth Rollins accidentally hurt Sting, that's when that went out the door. And some people to this day still hold Seth Rollins accountable for us not getting Sting and Undertaker. Because that was on the table.
Cody has one storyline feud since coming back. How is that not stepping over? Damian, again, I don't know what you're drinking and smoking. One storyline feud? Bruh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
This man had multiple matches with multiple opponents.
He in a feud now with Shinsuke. You had the Brock Lesnar thing. He had the little mini feud with Judgment Day. He had the feud with who else was that? Well, Brock Lesnar, of course. If you're talking about his first year, I mean, he can't help that Seth Rollins and him had the matches and he got hurt. He came out and did a match with an injury that most people don't even fight with. Oh, but we're not counting none of that, right? Because you just see blinders that, Cody came in and took somebody's spot. There was
that man literally
for the tape.
Matter of fact, not only did he wrestle with an injury, he wrestled in one of the most dangerous matches there is.
And then Matt says LeBron is no MJ. I agree. I'm just talking about longevity, Matt. That's all. Just longevity. Yolanda says, I personally don't want to see The Rock in any match. Thank you, Yolanda. Let him come out, do some promos, and come out, get some hits in and some licks. Do we really want The Rock in a match? If he is going to fight, it should be his cousin because he could protect him because they probably spar while they're doing their Fast and Furious movies together. Matt says, Cody versus Rock night 1. Whoever wins faces Roman night 2. Or Cody versus Rock versus Roman because Rock will use his power on the board to insert himself. Matt, I'll be honest with you. I think he's realized he can't fight a match. I believe he understands he can't really fight a wrestling match. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that that's gospel, but I think he realizes he really can't hold up for a full match. Damien says people take this way out of hand and giving his daughter death threats. His daughter shouldn't be getting death threats. She has nothing to do with this. Bobby in the building. Bobby says, bro, the WWE product has been lit years better since that idiot Vince is out of the picture for good. No disagreement there, Bobby. No disagreement at all, sir. No disagreement at all. So Matt says they already built a rift between Roman and Rock. When they showed Rock on the family tree, he was listed as High Chief, and Roman was just listed as Roman Reigns. Nothing special. Agreed. But that's something they can expound on in the future. AP says, random question. When will the Judgment Day break up if this year? Yeah, who cares?
When Damian Priest cash in becomes World Heavyweight Champion.
Yolanda, I like that question placement. When does Damian Priest going to cash in?
My sister want to put me on the spot. Damn you.
She does.
WrestleMania or the Raw after WrestleMania. That title, I'm saying the word. I'm telling you this right now. I said it in the chat, so Cool can verify that I said this in the chat because you see. The World Heavyweight title is changing twice in Philly. It's not leaving Philly without changing hands twice.
Yeah. Damien says he meant the first time. Well, Damien, I mean, you can't help you get injured. We're going to hold it against him that he got injured. Matt says, for the record, I also don't want to see The Rock wrestle. Yeah, that's not what we want anymore. Mr. McCain's monologue says, would a tag with Rollins and Cody be better since The Rock wouldn't have to wrestle a whole match? So here's the problem. Both championships are going to be defended at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins is probably not going to be cleared until like the week before WrestleMania, if that. So there's not going to really be a chance for the tag team match to happen before WrestleMania.
And here's hold on, before you go to that cover, here's the other thing that people kept putting on: The Rock versus Triple H. Bro, do y'all understand what happened to Triple H?
Triple H cannot fight any more matches. He had a heart condition. He cannot fight any more matches.
Where have y'all been these years? And then the whole Seth Rollins ain't. Why do you think Seth Rollins is the one that's taking the hits and not giving out the hits?
Right. He's got one wheel right now, y'all. Like, I understand we get into the storyline, but you got to remember he's legitimately hurt. Like, he's legitimately hurt, and
like
the promo
that you heard from Roman Reigns when he was talking about Seth Rollins was actually legit true.
Yes. And Seth Rollins did have on his wife's shoes too. That was true. Roman did not lie. All right, then Matt says, sorry, the comments. Just got some more comments there, so kind of jumped me up there. Matt says, I hope so too. Cody needs to finish this story. Otherwise, why do I need to invest any longer? What's the point? That's what I'm saying, Matt. That's what I'm saying. If you don't win it this year, I don't care anymore. Honestly, I don't care anymore. So Damian says WWE will get even better when Bruce and Khan leave. Laugh out loud. Well, it must get better no time soon. They ain't leaving all that money on the floor.
Yeah,
They taking all that money.
I like Nick Khan. Nick Khan putting in work.
Yeah, he don't really mess with the creative side. He do all the other stuff. So he ain't really bothering the creative. The Rock trying to bring in his own guy, but that's what it is. Sick Diggy in the building.
Oh Lord.
What up, Sick?
No Way has made his way to Monarchs of Wrestling.
Matt said Triple H would literally die. Exactly.
Literally.
Now, we could get Triple H versus Rock in an arm wrestling match.
I don't want to see that. The hell?
I mean, you could get it. I think The Rock would win, but you could get it. Six says Seth Rollins walking around with a knee brace on his injured leg. Yeah, he is
clear as day. Clear as day.
And the lip is very noticeable. And AP says, what happened to the old days where champs fight for their belt almost every week?
Them days been gone.
Yeah, them days been gone. They just got further and further away. It used to be a rule where if you didn't defend the belt in 30 days, you got stripped of it. Not no more.
And you know, the funny thing is, guess who was the one who broke that rule? A person we gonna end up talking about, because I don't want to go all the way back up. There was a company that you said we was gonna get to later on.
Yes, sir. I gotta go find
that guy. And that guy is the reason why that started.
Well, I'm finding that, sir. Oh yeah, I got it.
You got it. Okay.
Underrated grandson says, "What y'all think about Brock situation that's going on?"
Brock. So to answer your question, AP, Brock is the reason why champions don't defend their title like they used to. Because you weren't going to tell Brock what to do and when he was going to defend the title. If Brock saw you and you see you weren't worthy enough to be a challenger, you won't get in the title match.
So, for me, I say the Brock situation is crazy because they're erasing him. So, literally, they're basically pushing him out. They're Chris Benoit him. So, whatever information they have on Brock is bad. You know, understand how bad it has to be for you to say a guy that you let be champion and just not even show up for months at a time, a la Roman Reigns, part-time, the king of part-time, to say we're just going to take him out of the books. We're just pushing ourselves away. We're distancing ourselves from him. Do you understand how bad the information that's coming out that they're getting research and understanding's got to be about him? That's how bad that's got to be.
Hell, look what they do in events. And Vince is the one who created this. So it's all around bad for Brock right now. Because Brock, he was supposed to be in the Royal Rumble, not Braun Breaker, as we found out. It was supposed to be Brock. Brock was slated for WrestleMania.
Yeah, all this done. He's done. So 6 says Charlotte Flair has been seen with a brace on her injured leg as well.
Oh, we knew that. We knew she ain't gonna be back.
Yeah, Yolanda hits us with the Brock. Matt says Brock's situation equals he gold. It does. And the AP says WWE was wrong whenever a black person wins the belt, Brock comes back and win it. I have no argument with those words. I have no argument. Damien says, just imagine Triple H versus Rock in an arm wrestling match, and all of a sudden Scott Steiner comes out and screws Triple H.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was going to say the Rock has all this baby oil on, so the Triple H can't get a good grip, and that's how the Rock wins. But Yolanda says it's going to be more. I agree. It ain't all out there yet. It's going to be more dirt that we don't know about yet that's going to come out, and it's going to be crazy. And exactly, they're not the only ones. And that's another reason why you may not be seeing certain people that you think should be focused on right now being focused on, because they might be looking like, oh, he involved. We got to dial back from him.
Yeah. All right. So
Bailey, on you, sir.
Bailey comes out, wanted to.
Caked up, by the way.
Couldn't tell because she on that damn trench coat. So.
Oh, you could tell that trench coat was lifted up in a certain area. You could tell.
Leave it to you to pay attention to
the intricacies, the details.
Yeah, the little details around here.
Yes, sir.
She wanted to provide clarity on why she did what she did the previous week. And we already understood why she did it. Fair enough. And we're good for it, you know. Mm-hmm. Either you was going to turn on them, they was going to get you first. Bailey said, I've been around here long enough. I'm going to strike first. Dakota Kai comes out. And then at one point in time, then Dakota has some music.
She been out so long, they don't even know her music no more.
Jeez. Come on, no music. And was it me or did Dakota look like? She looked like that one person that like, I need everything to be perfect and it's not perfect right now, so I need to make it perfect. It looked like she wanted to hit everybody.
It did.
I'm just saying, did it not look like she wanted to hit everybody? She didn't care. She just wanted to hit everybody. Because all y'all messing this up. Now, you know, she helps Bailey fend off what we gonna call them? I need a name for them. But if you don't know who I'm talking about, the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky. I need a name for them. They can't be called Damage Control no more. I need a name for those three.
They technically could.
Oh, he's talking about be like Judgment Day when the creator of it gets kicked out, but the name stayed the same.
It would be like yeah. Wouldn't that be like Poetic Justice?
Good gracious. So, as everybody's on the same accord on this one. Because I haven't seen not one opposite opinion on this. Yeah, I'm not trusting Dakota Kai one bit right now. I can't do it. Like I said, she wanted to hit everybody, including Bailey. She chose not to, but she wanted to hit everybody. Everybody. She had one like everybody can get this. That's how mad she is right now. Yeah, go ahead. That's just my part. I'm just thinking she want to hit everybody right
now. True, very true. I like the fact though of how everything kind of played out. Because we got that little bit of is she gonna do it? Is she not? Can you trust her or not? You got to have a little bit of that. We got some comments about this too. Six says the Brock situation is really messed up, especially since it's tied to the Vince McMahon scandal. If you don't do the dirt, you don't get caught. Damien says, I would feel bad for Sable, but she cheated on her ex-husband with Brock. Karma is a yeah. AP says, I call that they was going to turn on Bailey. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious.
We all knew that once Kyrie joined the group. Me and Koo was like, yeah, this is not good for Bailey.
Yolanda says, y'all in these cakes. Hey, everybody loves cake. Everybody loves cake.
Welcome to my world, sister.
Wise, by the way, if you're still watching, sir, Kira Hogan definitely belongs into the triple cake category.
Oh, Lord.
Just want to throw it out there. 6 says Dakota Kai has been out with an injury knee for some time. It's pretty suspicious her aligning with Bailey, though. Yeah, she's not really aligning with Bailey. Yolanda says call him the AWO. How about Io and the Kabuki Warriors be called the new Kai and Tai?
I did open that door, so.
Yeah, you did.
And then you skipped Damien's comment.
He says Oscar, Kyrie, and Io can be the female version of Bullet Club.
I mean, it did happen over in that part of the world, so.
AP says I don't like this new Oscar bring back the monster. Thank you, Wise. Thank you, Wise. Thank you, sir. And also, I forgot the Nigerian lady. I keep forgetting her name. Queen, what's it called?
I can't stand y'all too. Y'all too.
Cakes. Chocolate cakes. Extra
Don't
frosted.
worry. My day is coming whenever this certain tag team down in NXT start getting notoriety. Yeah.
Don't think it's just your time, sir.
I say my time is coming.
I'm just saying, don't think it's just gonna be your time though. We're connoisseurs of cake over here, sir.
No, I'm saying my time to join y'all will be coming.
Oh, you already joined us. All we gotta do is start calling about
Shut up.
I forgot which one. Is it Kate and Carter?
Oh, hell.
We start talking about Kate and Carter in those bunt cakes. Yolanda, kudos to you. I have been waiting for you to make this comment. Thank you. Yolanda says, I love big, meaty men slapping meat.
All right, Ray Barrett.
Kudos to you, Yolanda. Kudos to you.
Yeah, I can't trust Dakota Kai. I can't do it.
You can't. And the thing is, I don't think anybody can trust Dakota Kai, right? Like, I don't think that Io and the Kabuki Warriors, I don't think they can trust Dakota Kai, and I don't think Bailey can trust Dakota Kai. I think Dakota Kai, because the thing is, Dakota Kai been out hurt, right? She come back, the group is split. Who in this doesn't have an opportunity to get a championship? Because think about it. There is only 4 women's championships in WWE. Raw and SmackDown champions, and then that one set of tag team champions. So in all this, who hasn't even been looked at like they could be a champion? Dakota. And Wise, I do agree with your assessment. I do agree. Caramel cakes for days. AP, yes, we do mean cake like a fresh pan of biscuits out the oven. Overflowing cupcakes. Yes, sir. Out the wrapper. Damien says, question, with WWE and Punk teasing AJ Lee by mentioning her name, when will we see her back in WWE, and why hasn't Brandy Rose gotten her comeback? Brandy hasn't gotten her comeback because Brandy don't want to wrestle no more. She wants to be a mom, and I don't blame her for that. Never was the best wrestler, but she would get after it. AJ Lee is, the last time I looked, she was announcer for Shimmer, so I don't think she's going to be showing up anytime soon, getting in the ring, getting physical, getting beat up, but she can just let her husband do that, and then he gonna be at home hurt, peanut brittle field every few months anyway, so you got to be there to take care of him.
All right, before we get out of here, to my dismay, Cool did tease something that we need to talk about. I'm not going to like it. I'm going to tell you this now. I'm not going to like it. But if you notice, we know the participants trying to get into the men's elimination chamber. We don't know the participants trying to get in the women's elimination chamber. Besides Becky Lynch winning her match. That's a problem for me, because guess what? It's been roaming around. Who's going to be in this elimination chamber match Oh, and Bianca Belair. Well, first of all, why did y'all put Bianca Belair against Michi? Like what? Why?
I agree with that as well, Wise.
Like why? Why is Bianca Belair and Michi going at each other to qualify for an thing? You basically told her who was going to win anyway.
Because they're telling the story with Michi. She's the OC is pretty much over because AJ Styles took away from them. Agreed. That was a fun match to see. Kira and the Virtuosa. That was a good match. Carry on, sir.
I'm just saying though, you basically told us who was winning the match as soon as you announced
the
match.
Yeah, it's a story they're telling with Michi. I don't know if it's they're pushing her out or if it's you got to kind of hit the bottom and then she gonna have this rise because you got to have some new challengers for the belts too. Can't be the same people all the time. So it's one or the other. I'm just not sure which way they're going with it yet.
So we have the man and the EST inside the Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You still got 4 slots left, and the rumors have started. Cool says he has a WrestleMania match on the women's side, and I know where he's going, and I'm gonna hate it. So go ahead.
Yeah. The women's WrestleMania match is Becky Lynch against Rhea Ripley. That's it. That's the match.
No, you had another match that didn't involve titles. Because remember when we talked about Bianca Belair, he's like, I have a good idea who's going to face him. I'm like,
oh no. You said, see, I'm not going where you think I'm going. I think it's going to be Bianca and Jade either on the same team or on opposite tag teams. I think it's going to be a tag team match. I don't think it's going to be a one-on-one match between those two ladies. I would guess more so of seeing them together because you think about it this way. Jade need to be around somebody who could teach her, how to be a little bit better, not so stiff, right? And help her just, the everyday relaxation of wrestling. Because part of it's thinking. You're doing everything, but you're a little behind because you're overthinking it. So if you put her in a situation where she's with somebody like Bianca, somebody like I guess she's gonna go back by Naomi. Somebody like that. Remember because I was talking about my tag team? Mm-hmm. The double layer cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta have 2 of those 3 women together so that we can get, cake by the ocean.
No.
So 6 says Megan might go back to being called
Mia. Oh yeah,
maybe she's bottom.
Yeah, she can go back to that.
Go back to Mia. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely that.
And then Yolanda says they need a storyline with Jade, which I do agree with. And I think having her in a tag team would be a good storyline. She says Jade versus Bianca.
No.
But then she says after I gave my suggestions that she likes that better. Damien says, speaking of women's wrestlers, congrats to Sonya for getting married. It's good to see her being happy and living her life after the stalker incident.
Yeah, congratulations, even though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel some type of way. Jokingly.
Yolanda says, tag team, yes. I'm telling you.
Honestly, I don't even know I want to see Jade at WrestleMania, though.
It may not be at WrestleMania, but I think that's the story for her when she is there. Put her in like a tag team match.
I mean, the only thing she has done is being a Royal Rumble. She's done nothing else. So, throwing her in WrestleMania for me is doing too much.
She don't have to be there. I'm just saying if she is, I don't want to see a singles match.
I'm gonna need the Storm to work her way into WrestleMania.
All right, AP. To answer your question, the winner of the Elimination Chamber gets a shot at Seth Rollins' championship only. They don't have the option for the other. It's like whoever wins WrestleMania, they get their automatic shot at one of the championships.
Royal Rumble. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. Sorry. And then the other belt is what Elimination Chamber's for.
So since you couldn't throw 29 other men over the top rope, you got to step into this Bob match and survived that one.
Well, there was a time where you stepped into this match for the championship, but then they changed it to number one contender because you used to step into this match for the championship, but you can't do that anyway this year because the champion has a gimp leg.
I like it this way because since you got Elimination Chamber being the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, I like it. Now, they could throw a twist in there once in a while and have the champion be involved in the Elimination Chamber match.
What if you were the champion and you could fight Elimination Chamber, and if you win, then you didn't have to fight nobody at WrestleMania? Wouldn't that be funny?
If they do that,
they would never do that though.
If they do that, a heel has to be champion. It got to be a heel. It can't be a face.
I'm just saying they'd never do that.
They probably never would. I'm just saying if they would, it got to be a heel champion.
That's too original. So, Playmaker, last thoughts? Anything? Because we can go on about 3-4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
We could, but it's almost Monday Night Raw time. And,
it's almost that witching hour.
And everybody's favorite adopted son is about to speak. And yes, Cody Rhodes, I'm talking about. He will address everything that took place last week tonight. Most likely, we should be seeing Seth Rollins because even though that man's injured, he don't know what a day off is. Even they told him to stay home.
I mean, your babe day anyway, so you might as well be there.
Let's see what's next. Hey. Just want to say that, AP. Let's see what's next for Nia Jackson, mommy, since they will be going at it at Elimination Chamber.
Damien, I've toyed with that in my mind too. Jade, Bianca, and Naomi in a faction.
They won't be a show. This won't be an original show no more. I don't know what. If that happens, I don't know what's going to happen to this show. I'm gonna be honest with you. We got Jimmy Uso's wife, Montez Ford's wife, and Jay all in one team. Good luck. Keeping this show on the rail.
Off the rails.
Just that.
We're going to change it to off the rails.
And yes, Nia Jax has been doing a whole lot better this go around.
I don't know if he's saying that or maybe is he saying that she's looking good? Because she's looking better too. She's like, she's a healthy woman, but she looks like she's been working out, you know what I'm saying? Like she's in better shape.
And she's not taking people's faces off.
Right.
Unless you're the man.
And right.
It goes with the storyline. That's how you became the man to begin with.
It pretty much does. Yes. So my last thoughts is everybody go here. Make sure you check out all those different places where you can find my content. Support your boy. Love wrestling, basketball, football, sports. Man, I like to talk sports. I like to talk trash. And appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Our viewership's been going up. Make sure you share us. Make sure you like the video, please. And if you are watching on something other than our YouTube page, make sure you go to the YouTube page. Make sure you go to all the different places you can see the show and just like it everywhere. Look out for you people. Just like it everywhere.
And by the way, my petty moment for the night. Thank you to your Denver Nuggets for ruining Kobe Bryant Day.
You're very welcome, sir. Glad we could assist.
Oh, that felt great. Oh, that was great.
Felt pretty good for me too. Put them out in the Western Conference Finals last year. Then ruined Kobe Day. Hey, safe to say we pretty much own them right now. I like it.
It's all good. But hey, the road to WrestleMania continues. We'll be heading to
Damien.
We'll be heading down under and not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
She was Yolanda. And hopefully by next Saturday we'll have clarity on what's going on. We'll be able to kind of give you some nice preview of the Elimination Chamber, what's popping off, everything that's going to be part of that. I think everything will get set up this week. We'll have a lot of qualifying matches for the women that'll pop up on Raw and SmackDown. But hey, we got to get those slots filled. We got to get ready.
And remember, this is the premium live event before Mania. The whole month of March is nothing but build.
Mm-hmm. And what's great about build is it gives you the opportunity to just really tell the stories. WrestleMania is going to be good this year, y'all. I know we can talk about WrestleMania a little bit, but I'm simply just going to say WrestleMania is going to be interesting. There's a lot of ways they can go. Jay Gunther, that's the match. Don't waste it on Elimination Chamber. Save it for WrestleMania. Jay Gunther, WrestleMania. Nobody wants to see Jimmy and Jay this year. You got to build Jimmy up if you want to do that match. It hasn't happened.
So you saying you good with it for a year build into next year's WrestleMania?
If they build Jimmy up, I'm fine with it. Jimmy's not on the level of Jay. You can't. That's like having the Brooklyn Brawler fight Mr. Perfect in WrestleMania. No.
And we can go on that note.
Good people, make sure you tell 2 of your friends and 4 of your enemies to check your boys out. Just because they don't like you doesn't mean they won't like us. And make sure you share for us. Let's get more chatter. Let's have some more fun on Monday nights. And we are out. We'll see you next week.